So, Callum, what you were able to achieve in your first month appointment setting was pretty impressive. How much did you make in take-home commissions in profit in your first month?
It was just over 8,000, yeah, in my first month.
USD.
Yeah, USD, yeah.
With no experience, you came to me having done no sales online previously.
No, literally came to you, was in the program for around a week and then straight into a row.
So you came to
And
me,
yeah, yeah.
you did the training, you finished the training quicker than most people. We placed you in a role, and that first month, your first 30 days, you made over 8,000 USD.
Yeah, correct.
How old are you?
Just turned 20 about a couple of weeks ago, yeah.
So you were 19 when this happened a few months ago.
Yeah, yeah, 19.
Okay. And do you have any experience like with entrepreneurship or business before you came into the program, or you kind of just you were a footballer, you were going to uni, and you achieved that?
Yeah, pretty much. Playing football full time in America, going to uni, studying business, but like
Mm-hmm.
nothing to do with like appointment setting or anything
Yeah.
like that in the sales aspect. And yeah, just came to you and then it all went from there pretty much.
Beautiful. So your first month, you made 8,000 USD in take home commissions. Do you remember how much you made the business owner you were working with that month?
Oh God, it was well over 100,000, yeah.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
were able to make that money because you made someone else that already had a business a shit ton more.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Do you think that's the easiest and probably the quickest way to make a shit ton of money? Just make someone else that already has a business more money.
Well, yeah, that's the quickest I've found to make money in my time on this
Beautiful.
earth. So yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, do you think you did anything differently, or do you think you kind of just? Because I remember when we got you started, you are probably one of the people that came through the program with the most amount of, I guess, consistency. You showed up to every single call the first week or two, whatever it was, and then I placed you. I put you forward quicker in a business, and like a really good business because you showed up. Do you
Yeah.
think if people really just show up once they commit to a skill set, that like anyone can be successful?
Yeah, 100%. That's with anything in life. If you come in, work hard, do what you're asked of,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna reap the benefits, aren't you? So I've brought, as you know, I've brought people to you and like I've recommended
Yeah,
people to you. And I've told them as soon as they come in, just work hard and Leon will help you out more. Like
100%.
he's attracted more to people that are gonna put in the time and effort
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's just gonna make your business look good if people are working hard and you're giving businesses good people that are gonna make their money, you know.
100%. Well said. It's like I work best and I reward people that are willing to work hard as well.
Yeah,
Cool. Okay.
exactly.
Where were you at before you came to me, before you joined the program? Because I remember you were on the fence for about 3 weeks before you actually jumped in.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was working like I was working at the gym when I was in America,
Mm-hmm.
which was it wasn't too bad, but it was a bit annoying having to wake up early after match days and stuff like that. And then when I was going home, I was working two jobs to save up money to come to America. So I was working at a warehouse, waking
Yeah.
up early in the morning, and then I would go back, have a sleep, get some food, and then I would go back to do a delivery driving job. So it was pretty full on, and I
Damn.
was literally coming home and I wasn't spending as much time as I would want with my family
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And yeah, I was kind of going home just to work. It was
Mm.
kind of a bit depressing, you know what I mean? And now I can come home, I can do what I want. Like I'm literally way up on this call at like 3 in the middle of the
Yeah.
day. I'm doing absolutely nothing, you know,
Yeah.
just working for my phone. But yeah, it's definitely
Okay.
like changed my life completely.
And what, you said you're going to the beach in like a couple of hours or something?
Yeah, I'll probably just go walk my dog at the beach and then
There you go.
yeah,
Okay. So
go for a
obviously
sunbed with my mate.
that's what it was. Okay. So the
Yeah.
money's great. Like I'm sure the money has completely changed how you travel, how you live your life, how you worry about money. Is the freedom, is that like just as big for you? Is it bigger, or is it like second to, I guess, the money financials?
Oh yeah, 100%. Obviously, like money's a massive thing, but I could quite happily live somewhere like a hot country or something like that and not make as much money as people do in the UK. But if I've got no worries, I've got nothing. My lifestyle's great.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
there's no worries for me with that. But obviously, money comes first, and yeah.
Yeah.
But if you've got both the lifestyle and the money, it's a no-brainer.
Okay. Do you think And it's only been a few months since you started with no experience, but do you think appointment setting has given you that? Obviously, the money, you know, eight
Yeah.
grand US in your first month as a 19, now 20 years old is pretty good. Do you feel like the
Yeah.
lifestyle matches that, or is it like you're in front of your desk 12 hours a day, you got no time for anything?
Oh no, 100%. The lifestyle matches that. Like, I'm not working that much. Like, obviously, I have to get my messages in the day,
Mm-hmm.
get my calls booked, meet a certain agendas.
Yep.
But as long as I'm doing that, my schedule's free, you know, and I've got time to do whatever I like.
Beautiful. So what are the KPIs you have to hit? Is it like 200 messages, 300? How many are you doing a day?
So we're doing 100 outreaches a day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then just as long as I'm getting 3 calls booked in a day, it's pretty,
Okay.
it's pretty cool with it.
That's pretty standard. That's like what most of the people in the program are with as well. How does your day to day, say when you're on holiday now, back home in Newcastle, what does your day to day actually look like for you to make 8 grand like a month?
So I'll wake up, go to the gym, and then just chill for a bit, get some food,
Yep.
go see my mates, and then
When do
obviously
you
there's an
work?
8 hour time.
When do you start
There's
appointment setting?
there's there's an 8 hour time difference, so
Sure.
yeah, I've got a bit of time in the morning to start, and then I'll start around like 12 o'clock,
Yeah.
around about that time, do my outreaches early in the morning before
Okay.
everyone wakes up, so they're gonna wake up to those messages.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, and then the rest of the day I'm just responding to the messages from my phone when they come through.
Pretty chill. Right.
Yeah,
It's like as long as you have your phone next to you and you have the time to dedicate in the morning to send the big block of messages, you can really do whatever you want throughout the day.
yeah, literally.
What have you found more time for? Like, are you training more? Are you spending more time with your dog, friends, family, whatever? Like, is there anything that it's opened up?
And uh, just in general, like everything I would want to do before I started. So stuff like football, spending more, like I said before, spending more time with family when I come home.
Hmm.
So I'm not working all the time. Like just being able to meet my friends, just like general life stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being able to like organize stuff when I want, when like just have my own schedule, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, you're a 20-year-old. I'd say moving across the world for college is not average. Most people don't do that. Most people are kind of too scared to take that step to some degree. So I feel like you're a pretty committed person, which is why I think you did well. What does life look like when you get back to America, compared to say when you were working before?
Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to go back to America in terms of it'll be more structured and I'll be in the same time zone as well with working. So I'll probably wake up, we'll probably have our trainings early in the morning because it's
Hmm.
quite hot where I am in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Then I'll probably get a bit of work done in between like that and time I have classes. So we'll probably have training 6 in the morning. Then I'll get a few messages in after that. Then classes will probably start around 9. So I'll get my breakfast in between then as well.
Hmm.
And then classes will probably run until, well, I haven't got my schedule yet, but we're probably 12 o'clock. And then we might have an extra training session later in the day. And then in between then, I'll just be working, having free time, chill, responding to messages. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So 8,000 USD your first month. You joined the program a week before that. So let's say you joined the first of the month. You finished the training in 7 days. We got you in a company, I think a few days from there. 10 days in, another 30 days, you'd made 8,000 USD. Obviously,
Yeah.
that is pretty unheard of in the sales space, especially as an appointment setter, especially for you just sending messages on Instagram. What do you
Yeah.
think people watching this can learn from your results, your story, that they could implement to achieve similar results?
Honestly, just going back to the point on what we said before, like I'm someone that's gonna go into something and put my all into it. I
Yeah.
don't see the point in joining a program or going into anything that you're doing in life and
Hmm.
not putting your all into it. It's just a waste of time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So honest, I've invested something in, like I've invested in your program, and I'm not just gonna waste that money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work hard, and obviously I've reaped the benefits from that. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can say. And just maximize your potential and work hard. Yeah.
Beautiful. So your best month was 8,000, which was actually your first month. And then you said
Yeah,
before we pressed record, it fluctuated 6, 7, but you've never dropped below like 5,000 USD since joining the program.
yeah. Never below five, no.
So you've been in the program what, 4 months.
4 months, yeah.
You've
Oh,
made 20, 25, I don't know, 20,000 US or something.
yeah. Around about that. Maybe it's a bit more, yeah.
There's people that come to me that talk about investing, right? Bitcoin, stocks, S&P 500, crypto, whatever it is. Do you think if someone's young, looking to make a lot of money, looking to make millions in their life, that something like Bitcoin or stocks is a good investment, or the highest ROI investment they could make is just like in their skill set in themselves?
Um, I wouldn't. I would say it's definitely better to do something like this before investing in like stuff like Bitcoin,
Mm-hmm.
Forex, all that sort of stuff. I've definitely looked into that, and there's a guy that's working within my business right now that is going to help teachers do that.
Yeah,
But the only reason I'm starting to do that now is because I've made this money appointment set, and it's allowed us to actually start investing that.
sure.
So I would say setting's definitely a great first step to get that money in your bank, like get that initial buffer before you start investing. It makes it less risk,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, just definitely a better path.
Yeah, because most people, when they come to me, they don't have an investing problem, they have an earning problem, right?
Yeah,
So do you agree that most people, before they look at investing, they should just learn how to make more money, make 8 grand a month, make 10 grand a month, whatever, and then they can start investing that capital once they actually know how to make it?
yeah, 100%. There's massive opportunities for loss. For all you can make lots of money on like Bitcoin and Forex, day
Mm-hmm.
trading, what have you. There's so much opportunity to lose the money as well. And if you're not skilled and you're only operating at like low profit margins and you haven't got the money to put in,
Sure.
it's a very risky business to go into. But if, for example, you're like me or someone else that's been for your program and's making at least 5K plus a month
Mm-hmm.
and they're in college, they haven't got as many expenses. It's not really a worrying thing to
Yeah,
invest that money when you're 20 years old and having got a mortgage, having got this
yeah,
to pay for, you know?
for sure. You might get a mortgage soon with how much money you're making. You might have to
Yeah,
get
I'm
on get
paying
on your
rent.
parents' mortgage. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm
So
paying rent at the moment, but yeah.
beautiful. Do you think if someone is ready to work hard, ready to learn the skill, ready to dedicate themselves to the skill, that investing in themselves and learning sales is a pretty like risk-free opportunity?
Yeah, well, when I came to you, like the way you described things was that you're gonna get me on a roll, and if not, obviously I have to work hard. You're not
Mm-hmm.
gonna just refund me if I've came in and not done the work. But if I come
100%.
in, do the work, and you haven't delivered your end of the promise, you're gonna get the money back. So
Yeah,
essentially, it's risk free if you deliver your end of the bargain as well. So
100%. We still have that,
it's a no-brainer.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
Because what I know works. If someone comes in, they show up, it's going to work for them, right? The guarantee we have aside, what I'm also meant was like genuinely, whether it's my program or someone else's or in-person sales or door-to-door or cold calling. If someone's in sales, they're ambitious and they want to make a lot of money. If someone just keeps showing up, do you think it's pretty inevitable that people succeed in sales if they've got the mindset for it?
100%. Well, one thing I've learned is sales is just literally how you carry yourself in a conversation and how well you talk to people. I think people deep it a lot and think that sales is some like you have to be super
Psychology.
clever to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like it's some sort of mad thing, but
Yeah,
it's not. You just have to know how to talk to people, and that's people resonate with you
yeah,
being genuine and just being similar to them. And
yeah.
yeah, it's definitely one of the easiest ways I've seen to make money, and yeah,
Okay.
the least risk.
Beautiful. So there's a lot of people that obviously try that fail because they don't have the right guidance, they don't have the right support. What do you think we gave you from the week before you got on a roll, before you started making 8 grand a month? What do you think we gave you that allowed you to make that your first month?
Obviously there was the training modules, but it was more just the constant support. Like I would message either you or Titus
Yeah.
or whoever in the program, and like you would get back within like an hour, within half an hour. Like it
Yeah.
was pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so whenever I had a query, you would always answer it. And to be honest, the training modules were so straightforward that I didn't really need to ask many questions. And yeah, just honestly, the whole process was perfect, and I can't really complain.
Glad to hear it because those modules took a couple of months to build out. So I'm
Yeah.
glad that they answered all your questions. But you're right in saying we'll give you the program, but then the live support obviously is just as important because you can't just chuck someone in a
Yeah.
course and expect them to have all their questions answered and see amazing results really quickly. I think for you
Yeah.
specifically, we align people, we give you the green light, we vet you once you finish the program and you're ready. I saw you were ready pretty fucking quickly because you showed up to every single call. We gave you the green light literally from a week. I don't even know if you'd finished the third module, but you'd finish at
Yeah.
least most of the modules, and then we placed you with a company because you were hungry, because you were like ready to go. I could tell.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was literally a week, and then I think I was halfway through the third module, and yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So now in
it was
hindsight,
great.
obviously in hindsight, you've made what 25,000 the last couple of months since joining the program. But I remember, if we take you back to before you got you started, you were on the fence. I think you sent me a message saying, "Hey, Leon, this all sounds great. The program sounds wonderful. I know a lot of people doing it. I'm connected with the company that you're working with as well, but I think it's best for me to wait a few months." If you would have waited, you would have be starting like today. Zero experience, you wouldn't
Yeah.
have made, you would have lost 25 grand. You would have had no experience in sales and business. So I guess speak to if someone is on the fence, they think they have the time to wait. What would you tell someone that wants to get into sales, that wants to do it, but they think like waiting is the best thing for them?
Yeah, honestly, it's just about making that jump and taking that risk. Obviously, you don't make big money if you don't take big risks,
Yeah.
and that's just the whole thing with life. If
Hmm.
you're not going to take the risks, you're not going to reap the benefits. So, yeah, I'd honestly say just make that jump, and it's something you want to do, so why
Yeah.
wait? You know what I mean? If
For
you
sure.
have the money to do it, do it.
Yeah.
Obviously, in my case, I was taking a loan from my parents,
Hmm.
so it was a bit of a different situation, but. Like I know that if I explained it well to my parents and got the point across, that they would back me in anything, you know what I mean? They trust me, so yeah.
Are they happy you joined the program?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
I'd imagine so. Are they still supporting you in America, or are you kind of like covering the bills now that you're making 8 grand a month?
Um, yeah, I'm kind of covering it myself now. I've said that obviously we'll see how it goes, but if it continues to go how it is, yeah, I'm paying my own rent for my own house in America, paying for all my own food, like flights, etc. So yeah.
I did that when I started making good money appointment setting. How does that feel for you? Obviously, making that change pretty quickly.
Yeah, just that was one of the main things going in that I wanted to happen. Like I was sick of relying on my parents
Hmm.
and like seeing them struggle to like help me achieve my dreams. I want them to be able to live a good life while I'm living a good life, you know? So
Yeah,
now I'm able to allow their come to see us in Mississippi now across in America, like and they wouldn't have been able to do that otherwise if I didn't start this job and now they've got money to spend on their house, get things in the house redone, get the garden renovated, stuff like that. Like they were struggling to do whilst I was like not doing appointments then, you know.
yeah,
So it's definitely good. So I don't feel like I'm burdening them financially, and yeah, they're
yeah.
living a bit more of a free life, you know.
I'd imagine that's probably a pretty good feeling as a 20-year-old helping your parents like basically do what they want instead of you relying on them.
Yeah, 100%. One of the best feelings. Yeah, 100%.
Love it. Okay. Speak to, because appointment setting is great. Like it's sales. Yes, you could dumb it down and say it's just sending messages, but obviously there's communication, there's sales, there's business skills you have to learn there. Do you think getting into appointment setting, you've learned certain skills from the coach, the business you're working with, that are going to be valuable for you not only now, but say also say down the line, if you want to take a bigger step into sales, say closing, or even you want to start your own company, do you think like appointment setting is giving you like valuable skills to do that?
Yeah, 100%. So the business I'm working with now is like we're having sales meetings every day. We're talking about everything that's going on with the business. Like
Hmm.
I'm very much involved. He wants me to be pretty much his right hand man and help him with a lot of things. Like he's already offered me to like take a step back from appointment setting and go into marketing and stuff like that. And like I would have loved to have done that. I just don't have the time with college and stuff. So it just shows that if you go into a business, there's so much room to move into other areas or other aspects. Like appointment settings, just a stepping stone,
Yeah.
and yeah, there's a lot of opportunities to become obviously a closer or in the marketing side of things,
Beautiful.
editing, all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Not disclosing too many of your future secret plans, but do you know where you want to be heading, whether it's starting your own business or closing or creative director for the company you're working with? Like, what does it ideally look like for you?
Yeah, I've always had aspirations of starting my own business, and obviously having that money inflow from appointment setting is only going to help us do that. And definitely when I finish college, it's going to be something that I'm going to look into. And yeah, I'd love to have my own business and work in my own time.
So making 8 grand a month as a 20-year-old overseas is pretty damn cool. Money's great, but usually we want something deeper than the money, right? Which is usually freedom. Speak to how it's been, I guess, having more time, more focus for your social life in America as a student, but also, I guess, for football, half the reason you moved across the entire world as well.
Yeah, so that's probably been the best part of it, just being able to. Can you hear? Can you hear my dog in the
No, no,
background there
no.
barking?
You're good. Keep
You
talking.
can't. Yeah, but honestly, yeah, that's been the best part of it. The freedom, that whole aspect of it has been amazing. So yeah, it's just helped allowed us to do better on my studies, do better on my football or soccer or whatever you guys call it.
Hmm.
But yeah, like honestly, it's just made my life a lot less stressful and a lot more easy. Yeah, it's allowed me to spend more time with my family. Just every everything around having more time. It's just been brilliant. Yeah.
So originally, you got connected to me through a sports agency that you went from England to America with. So you had that trust, obviously a credible business that you'd worked with. We're partnered with them. But I still remember when we got connected and we had our call to see if it made sense to work together, you had a bit of doubt, right? Like doubt is natural before you have all the information, but you were a bit unsure whether you wanted to jump in. What was the moment when you realized, fuck it, I'm gonna take the step, I'm gonna do it?
Um, it was definitely just seeing how trustworthy you were. Like honestly, like if you've got a bit of wits about you, you can tell by just speaking to someone how trustworthy they actually are, and by
Hmm.
looking at your page and stuff like that. And obviously, I knew the likes of Dylan before,
Yeah,
and he's not gonna put me towards someone that's not a trustworthy
yeah,
person. So I kind of had that trust from the beginning, just from the whole process and everything. So, yeah, obviously I had that doubt to begin with, but once you explained the whole process and I spoke to a few people that had been through your program
hmm,
before, it
okay,
was a no-brainer for me, and it was all just down to persuading my parents.
beautiful. And you did that pretty well, I'd imagine, because you jumped on board. What about from when you signed up to obviously we placed you in a role within a week because you did so well? Did that doubt disappear straight away? Was it after finishing half the modules, all the modules? At what stage were you like, this is gonna change my life if I really fucking knuckle down and I do it?
It was definitely when I was hopping on the calls, like the calls at night for
Yeah.
me, because obviously you guys are in Australia. Um, and people were just talking about the roles they've started and how it's been going for them, and just speaking to someone face to face and like realizing, wow, they're actually making that money.
Hmm.
That was probably the turning point for me, and yeah,
Sure.
that's when I realized, yeah, this is something I could definitely succeed in.
Beautiful. So in hindsight, it's obviously very easy to be confident in something once you're inside, once you're in a community of other athletes winning. For the person, if you were to share a perspective here, that hasn't joined yet, that's unsure, that's just come across me recently or been on the fence for a while, that hasn't seen how good the program is, that hasn't been placed in a company, that hasn't seen the community, what would you say to that person that doesn't have all that information?
I'd probably just say that. Yeah, the community's been absolutely like it's been brilliant for me since I've joined. Everyone in the community is always supportive. Everyone's there to help each other pretty much.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's not one bad word I can say about it. So the group calls were great, the modules were great, your support, Titus's support was great, and even like to the businesses you get placed in, that they're not just like gonna help you make money, they're great people as well.
Yeah.
So I can see that you've obviously took time into when you're recruiting the roles,
Hmm.
not just looking at money, looking at the lifestyle you're gonna live when being in that business and
For
how
sure.
they're gonna treat you as an employee.
100%. Okay. So with all of that said, would you genuinely recommend this to someone that's ready to knuckle down, ready to get into sales, ready to commit to it and make it work?
No, 100%, yeah. I think I'd be silly not to. I've already recommended multiple people to
Hmm.
go through your program, as you know, and yeah, if I'm making this much money a month whilst not doing that much work, realistically, living a free life, and yeah, so I'd be stupid not to recommend anyone to go through the process.
Sure. And I asked a similar question to Saxon. He's making about 10K a month in Australia, professional footballer, 20 years old as well. Is there anyone
Yeah.
that you think shouldn't join the program, that shouldn't do appointment setting, that shouldn't work with me?
Honestly, no, if you're struggling at your job and you're finding it hard to have spare time or you're just honestly not enjoying it, it's long hours, it's a no-brainer, honestly. Like you're gonna make more money and have more time on your hands. So what's not to like about that? The only person I would recommend not working with you if you're just gonna come in and not work hard and not put in the time and yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Great advice. And we don't really want to work with those people anyway. So I appreciate
Yeah.
you turning them down for me.
Yeah. No, no worries, no.
Callum, appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you sharing a bit of your story, what worked for you, who you would recommend this to, who you wouldn't recommend this to. What's the next big income goal for you that you're going to be chasing heading off this call?
Definitely pushing past that 10K a month
Yeah,
and yeah, just starting to creep up the ladder and eventually get to those six-digit months and then slowly just grow from there, you know. Got big aspirations and yeah,
love it.
it's all about growth.
Love it. Let's make it happen. I'll be in your corner if you need anything. Again, appreciate you coming on.